Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to another Hardcore Iron Man progress video. And we are continuing where we left off last time with the fishing and cooking grind. I said in the last episode that my next goal was going to be to start Wintertide, which is why we're fishing now, so we can get a nice supply of tuna. And we just got level 48 fishing, which means we can finally start barbarian fishing, but I'd rather not go there yet because I want to stock up on as much food as possible before we start Wintertide. Level 50 cooking coming in clean, more than halfway to 99 now. And yes, I know that joke is getting old, but I am still going to keep using it because I find it hilarious. It's like one of those stupid dad jokes where the dad keeps telling the joke every single time they go out and no one finds it funny except for him, and he just keeps chuckling to himself every time. That's literally me. Level 50 fishing now, which means we can catch swordfish, so I just caught a couple in case I need them for a quest, but I think that's a good time to stop for now. I've got a lot of tuna saved up now, and that 50 cooking and fishing look way too nice next to each other, so I can't mess that up. So we are going to go to the bank and see how much tuna we got from level 40 to 50 fishing, and it looks like we got 642 tuna. That's not too bad. That should last for at least 100 rounds at Wintertide. So originally my main plan after fishing was to get all the requirements to start Fairytale Part 1 to unlock the fairy rings, and then get a rune axe from the tree spirit before I went to Wintertide. But that plan kind of fell through, and it fell through bad. Right now, I'm kind of in a bad position, and I'm sort of stuck at a point in a quest, but I'll just show you what led up to that point. The first quest I did was Lost City, and this was a somewhat quick and easy quest, and the main reason why I did it is because it's one of the requirements for Fairy Tale Part 1. So I grabbed my runes and food and ran over to Port Sarim to get ready for the boss fight. I wasn't too scared of the boss because I know there's a safe spot, but I was still kind of nervous, like if I messed up or DC'd right when the boss spawned or something, and if I got hit 3 times, that could have been the end of me. But we got our axe from a zombie, and as I was running there, I didn't realize there were greater demons here, so that threw me off for a second. I didn't watch a video, and I just kind of skimmed over the guide I was reading, so I wasn't exactly sure how the room was laid out and if the greater demons would follow me in there, but we all turned out okay. I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought the tree spirit would take up a 2x2 square, so as soon as it spawned, I went behind these mushroom things thinking it would get stuck, and it just came up and sucker punched me, and I kind of panicked because I was not expecting that at all, but I ran around to the other side and I got stuck there easy. My next difficult task was to keep using all these manual fire strikes without accidentally teleporting to Varrock. I would have been so upset if that happened because 1, that would waste a lot of time, and 2, that would be a waste of a perfectly good law rune. And I hope you can understand the struggle that as an Iron Man, law runes don't grow on trees, and I hold them very precious to me. I don't know why I brought so much food. I mean, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Maybe I thought I would have to camp zombies or something, but I don't know, I got the axe first try. But I filled up my inventory with Draymond branches just in case and teleported away to go and finish the quest. With Lost City complete, that means we can now buy dragon longswords and daggers and use them once we get 60 attack, and once we start training runecrafting, we'll eventually be able to start making cosmic runes. I really want a lot of cosmic runes because one of the goals I have is to stock up on teleport jewelry, because I don't want to have to worry about running out of dueling rings or games necklaces. Now I just have to do the nature spirit quest as the last requirement for Fairy Tale 1, and that's the quest where you need the silver sickle. So I went over to the West Varrock mine because it's the most convenient by using the Chronicle teleport, and I figured I might as well mine a full inventory since I'm there anyways. Edgeville is right nearby, so I headed over there to turn all these ores into bars. I thought smelting silver bars gave crafting XP, but I guess it's smithing XP, which is probably better off anyways because I still really need to get 40 smithing so I can start making gold bars so I can start making more jewelry. Thankfully, when I was in Al Kharid a while ago, I bought like one of every single type of mold because I knew a situation like this would come up. And I always try to be extra prepared with stuff like this because doing something that takes 30 seconds in the past might save you 10 minutes in the future. I just made a variety of things because I might need them for later, and I for sure know I'm going to need tiaras for when I start runecrafting, so that'll be nice to have. And after making the silver sickle, we were able to go and do the nature spirit quest, which gave us some nice XP, and we gained a crafting level and a defense level. And I still think it's just so crazy how high my crafting level is, even though I barely trained it besides for just cutting some gems. And of course I always like to see defense levels on here. 99 defense will be awesome for the skill cape perk, so I won't have to always use my ring of life when I train. And now that this quest is done, it means we finally have all the requirements to start Fairy Tale 1. As I went to go start the quest, I accidentally pickpocketed a master farmer and got 39 thieving. So I guess it's a free total level right there. But this is why I unlocked teleports before I started questing, because the first thing you need to do in this quest is go all around the map and talk to 5 farmers, which only ended up taking me a couple minutes. I had to dig up this skull from a grave, and I love all the hidden puns in this game. When you examine it, it says, "I shouldn't joke, this is a grave matter." I know none of you guys are laughing at this, but come on, I can't be the only one who finds this funny. Alright, whatever. So we got a genie, and we got an XP lamp, which gave us level 18 herblore. But now we are at the part of the quest where we're given 3 random items that we need to get to continue on. And, well, yeah, we're kinda stuck. So Mortmire Mushroom, I assume, is the fungus that you bless on the logs, and if that's the case, then I already got that one down. But now that I'm editing this, I'm wondering if it's actually talking about the mushroom that you have to grow in the farming patch there with level 53 farming. And if that's the case, then I'm definitely screwed. Then we also need to get an Avantoe, which isn't too bad because a lot of monsters drop herbs, and even though you need 48 herblore to clean it, I can get it clean cheap in Narda without the level requirement. But man, the nature talisman, that's what's got me, and there's only 4 ways to get them in the game. The first way is from a tree spirit, which I can't do, obviously, because that's the reason why I'm doing this quest. The second way to get them is as a drop from Corporal Beast, so I'll probably skip that one. And then the abyssal leeches in the abyss drop it as well, but I don't want to risk running into the wilderness just for that. And then also, I don't have any overhead prayers, so I would just get destroyed by all the monsters in there. And then the last method to get them is as an uncommon drop from the rare drop table. So I think it's pretty obvious what the only logical option is. We gotta kill Corp. Okay, not really, but I was looking at the drop table for hill giants, and they drop Avantoes and have a chance at the rare drop table. Now, I don't have a Ring of Wealth, so it's gonna make this much harder, but you never know. I mean, it could potentially happen on the first kill. And if I do somehow manage to get a nature talisman before getting the Avantoe, I could always camp men and women in Lumbridge because they drop all kinds of herbs. It just kinda sucks though, because even if I do hit the rare drop table, the nature talisman is an uncommon drop from it, so the odds are just so heavily against me. Also, in case you were wondering, this is what my stats currently look like, and I expect we'll gain at least a couple levels while we're here. And there it is. There's the rare drop table I was hoping for. There's my uncut ruby. I'm so happy. I was looking forward to getting that so much. Why do you torture me like this? And we just got a giant key. I guess it's nice to have, so once we get combat up, we can get some nice loot from Obor. But I would have so much preferred a nature talisman. But one good thing about this is the hill giants drop decent runes. Like, I got laws, natures, and cosmics, all of which I need. It would have been nice if I got hill giants as a slayer task instead of wolves, so I could actually be getting some slayer XP right now. But there's still decent combat XP, and we got level 40 defense, which means we can now equip rune. Please ignore my terrible equipment setup. I will try to upgrade as soon as possible, but combat and slayer are just really not my priorities at the moment. So there's this other guy here that I was having a chat with, and he's an Iron Man, by the way. And he told me that it doesn't matter what kind of axe I use at Wintertod because they all cut at the same speed. I really should have known that, but that's what happens when you don't research beforehand. So that kind of discouraged me to keep trying to complete this quest because the whole reason why I was doing it was to be able to start Fairy Tale Part 2 to unlock fairy rings, and then from there go to the Enchanted Valley and camp tree spirits for a rune axe. I got a second giant key, by the way. I know I could have just unlocked the woodcutting guild and buy the axe from there, but I wanted to unlock fairy rings anyways, so that's why I originally went this route. But after that, my motivation to stay here just completely dropped. I did a couple more kills and I got some nice drops, like right here I got some law runes. But I didn't really see the point after that because I know sooner or later I'll come across a nature talisman and I'll easily get Avantoes from Wintertod, so it's like, what am I even doing with my life, you know? And I just decided to teleport out of there and go to Catherby and start training my firemaking and woodcutting. So if we open up my bank and take a look at what we got, and look at my stack of willow logs, we have a decent amount, but it's definitely not enough to get us right to 50 like we need for Wintertod. So after we burn all those logs, you know what that means. We are going to be back on the grind once again. And for some reason, we don't have a tinderbox, and I don't know what happened to it, so I had to walk over to the general store and buy one. We'll see how far these 300 logs get us, and we are starting with level 30 firemaking, so we got 20 levels to go. Here we are getting level 35 firemaking, so we can now burn teak logs, even though we don't have any teak logs, and if I do get any, I'm going to be using them for construction. This is what happens when you try skilling late at night when you're tired, and none of you can even make fun of me because I guarantee this has happened to each and every one of you. And here is the next milestone of level 40 firemaking, and these firemaking levels are getting up so quick, and they are such an easy boost to the total level. And it looks like we just ran out of logs here, but from what we had at the start, this was able to push us to level 41 firemaking, so 9 levels left. But now that we're out of logs, it means we are back to woodcutting, And here we are getting 55 woodcutting, and keep in mind, I've been using a steel axe this whole time, so I've definitely not been cutting them the most efficiently. 45 fire making, we're so close I can almost taste it. And with 48 fire making, that puts us at a total level of 750. And now we have finally reached level 50 fire making, which means we can go to Wintertod. And if you take a little look over at my woodcutting level, you see it's at 58. I went almost all the way to yew trees with a steel axe. Feels bad, man. But that's okay, because we are going to get that rune axe one way or another eventually. But I think this is a good place to wrap up the video. I'm really not looking forward to doing Wintertod, but at the same time I kind of am because of all the loot I'm going to get. But we're just going to have to see how that goes, and I expect the next video to be focused mainly around Wintertod, but there will be a lot of fire making gains in that. But it's going to be a nice boost to the total level, the total XP, and just the gains all around. I'm loving it. But I really am enjoying working on the Hardcore Iron Man and seeing the account progress, and I hope you are as well. And if so, please give the video a like so that I know you want to see more of it. And if you want to stay updated and see more from me, then please subscribe. It really would mean a lot. I also made a Discord for the channel, so that link is in the description, and it's a good place to come by and make some friends, and we have really great people in there. My clan chat Mudkip is always open as well, so come stop by anytime to say hi and meet some people. It seems like you all are really enjoying the Hardcore Iron Man videos, so I am really happy about that. But I just want to thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow.